It's recording. Thank you, Jeremy. We're gonna get started. And I think we have quorum, which is amazing, great. Good evening, everyone. Today's Thursday, April 16th, 2026. This is the Housing and Land Use Committee meeting. My name is Rich Reynoso. I'm the Chair of Housing and Land Use. To my right,
I am Oral Southbridge, vice chair, co-chair to land use.
go ahead.
Christina Stevens, member.
Juanita, go ahead. You're on mute.
Oh, I'm still on mute. You guys can hear me? Hi, Juanita Ranzel, co-chair of housing.
Perfect. Thank you all. Moving right along. Conduct statement, please read that on your own. I think we'll be fine tonight. Review of meeting minutes. I owe. Yeah, March. We'll get to that. Minutes. Okay, submit. All right, next up is the Wallace Avenue fire victims. So today, finally, we got the letter sent out to the elected officials to be signed and sent for the Wallace Avenue fire victims. I'm gonna put this on the agenda every single month until we get some sort of clarity on next steps. So the letter's out. I want folks, and this is on the record, I want folks to press the elected officials at the full board meeting next Thursday. Press their reps. I know the reps tend to go, I don't know, blah, 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 they're not here, so what? Get them on the record on what they're doing for these victims. They're all gonna be there next week. Again, I'm not throwing shade at the elected officials. They love to come and talk about their events and their big sales, which I think are great, but we want some action, at least a plan of a term of an action for these victims. That I pass by that building all the time. Juanita lives across the street, or nearby. It's terrible that it's there boarded up, half empty, blah blah blah. Who knows how these victims are doing? And how have you spoken to any of them?
Yeah, especially Wanda. I've tried so many times to find a place. I was working with the management. I submit over 100 applications. I went there several times. They promise, and all of a sudden they don't even take my calls anymore.
Really?
Somebody told me that they saw ads on some rental websites that were advertising that it was ready. I called the owner, to his assistant. She said, no, that's not true. And I'm going on vacation, and that's it. They just stopped taking calls. And I just stopped going because I was going up to Westchester all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took 100 and something applications.
Holy cow.
Next week, about 70% of the tenants.
Oh, wow.
I met them, we had a meeting, and they came to my office. Some applications I took there, some I took at my office. I tried to help, but it's just not vacancy. And that building is not doing anything.
Yeah, so I think what we're trying to do is escalate the situation where
Find out what the building owner is doing.
not only that, but along with what, we see new construction happening all over our district. I think we're kicking this up where we want an allotment of those apartments to be for these victims. I think that's our ask here.
That's
All right, wanting to
Yep, that is, exactly what we are trying to get to see happen, so that some of these victims can come back to the neighborhood that they grew up in, known for so long. And it's 3 buildings right across the street from their location, brand new buildings. And I understand it's privately owned, it's not under HPD, but if we can probably talk to the privately owned, I don't know, I'm sure they're not going to put all of them in there, but the majority or some.
Yeah, I mean, and also I feel like if they're taking HPD money, anything around you should take at least a couple of families. That's it. I don't think we're asking a building take all the families. If we could get some families into some HPD financed buildings, that will help out the victims. I think that's the ask here.
I think the elected official for that area should step in and do something.
Well, I mean, so we have.
I have tried, Vanessa was, yes,
Okay.
she spoke to them, she was on board with the tenants.
Okay.
And the tenants, one of them mentioned to her that Christina Stevens has come, she's talked to her, she's helping us, but she never reached out to me to ask me. I saw her a few times, but it was not a place to discuss it with her. Maybe you might want to reach out to her and ask her what's going on with
To
the tenants.
Vanessa?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we will, good.
yeah,
Reach
ask her.
out.
She knows.
Okay. I mean, so that's the ask. I think it's not like we need you to put these families all in one place. It's do a little more. That's all. And this is gonna happen again. That's another issue, right? These fires aren't gonna stop. These buildings are as old as they're gonna happen again. So what do we do moving forward? So I mean, I'm gonna move right into the back home unit. This is a new, let me share my screen. It's a new unit out of the city government. And I'll just read it here. Let me zoom in. So the back home unit, I'm just gonna read it from the screen. The back home unit supports tenants who have been displaced from their homes due to a fire, vacate order, or other emergency that makes a building unsafe to live in. If you had to leave your home because of a vacate order, please complete the intake form on our portal so our team can review the situation and connect you with available resources and next steps. The back home unit can be reached at 212-389-6670 and by email back home unit. So I'll print this out for you,
Yeah.
Christina. So this is brand new, came out literally less than like 2 months ago. And I printed some stuff out for the
Yeah, highlight it and see if you can get.
maybe right.
And I think what I'm
If
gonna
you-
do is go
if
back
you
to the
highlight it,
company and get
get
the
the-
applications from them. So I can help these people other ways.
No?
No, it's fine. I think if I do it's fine. I just printed it.
You just
You took the information down, right?
I wanted to get the number.
Okay, so 212-389-6670.
It's
No, you can do print screen.
Yeah.
And then put it
Oh, I see what you're saying.
put it in Word. Do that and grab it, but you have to
yeah.
yeah, all the way over. Get the whole thing.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the snipping tool.
Give me 1 second, folks online.
Get that whole thing right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
Open up Word real quick.
Yeah. Look at Oral being so tech savvy.
You wouldn't know. You don't know how much I know. Like, that's when I see it. I'm like, oh, you're pretty good too. It will work. Go to open.
This is sign in the create.
No, go ahead. Just bypass that.
I can't.
No, they close it over there. If you close it over there.
It won't let me. No, you don't want to let me. It's okay. It's all right, because you have the number, right? And you guys are seeing it online, right? This right here?
I have the email.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, good. So this new unit set up by the administration, I think they're trying to do something. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do, but let's try them out.
Yeah.
So I think we have the letters out for Wallace Avenue victims. We're gonna try this out. This is a brand new unit. I think this is positive for the city. Folks don't know what happens. I printed out this tenant resource guide for here in the office, so I'll leave a couple copies here so people can take them. So they supposedly work with HPD, DOB, the mayor, and the fire department. Okay, I'm sure it's a very new unit, and but we'll see what happens. But it's good that there's something there, I think. Okay. All right. No questions, I move on. HPD updates, I don't have, Ted wasn't able to make it today. I think for next month, what we want to do is have him come and just talk about all the new buildings. Like this is happening here, this is happening in this street. I haven't heard anything new regarding the Fine Fair project, or the Metro North project.
That's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I haven't heard a peep.
Well, you could get information online, and some of them are saying 2028 now.
Correct, yeah.
So those are the
That's for Metro North?
for Metro North. If you go and, if you wanna look it up and see the status of it, it's 2028 right now.
Yeah. It's
What's
The,
the fine fare?
the Fine Face Supermarket,
the one on Buster Road.
it's still, the lot is still being used
Yep.
to sell.
What is that, Tiles?
Tiles.
Which is
and-
crazy.
And pavers. And, the only thing you can do, you can go to the other Fine Fair to talk to the owner there, to try to find out when they are planning to build the new, Fine Fair.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do. I'm in there all the time, so maybe I'll.
Yeah, if you can, but I mean, again, it's nothing, we don't see the construction, so it's not happening anytime soon. So but I think for the next meeting, we'll try to get Ted, so we can see where the buildings are being built. You know, a lot of them, especially on Bronx Park East, across from the park near the Botanical Garden entrance, there's like 3 or 4 that are just being constructed. If you look by there, I don't know if they're HPD though, they might be private. But there's a lot of construction on Bronx Park East.
A lot of construction around New York City and
Yeah.
as a whole.
But it's funny because I feel like are there as many happening in Pelham Bay, you think?
No.
Right?
No.
Like I drive by there, like I don't see as much activity as I see in our area.
Well, Pelham Bay is zoned differently then.
Okay.
Like R4s and R5s are zoned up here, like Pelham Bay's are R3s or R2s, which are limited to 2-family,
True.
1-family.
That's a
you're
good
not
point.
going to- You're not gonna have the big units going up there. You'll have 2 families maybe going up there, and maybe possibly a 3-family, but the apartment units are not gonna go in that area. Because they're not zoned for that.
Not yet until City of Yes comes in for them.
Well, city of yes, then they have to zone certain areas for that kind
Yeah.
of construction. It'll probably be nearer to the subway lines, but within Pelham Bay Park, that country club areas are not zoned for that. They're just not, the zoning isn't there.
Yeah, good point. Okay, we're gonna go next up for the gallery session. Anyone want to say anything, want to bring anything up? You have the floor. I'm gonna be very liberal about this. Go ahead, Kay.
Hi, am I unmuted?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been a long time since I've been able to connect with you guys. I somehow managed to do it tonight because when I tried to get back on WebEx, there were 2 places that I pressed the help button and I kind of made complaints. So I guess somebody must have heard me. So I'm so happy to be back. I'm sorry I missed so many meetings. The second thing is, you know, the 2910 Wallace situation, there was a horrific fire. I forgot what part of the Bronx it's in. It was called the Park something apartments, and
Yeah.
it was mostly families from Africa. What I'm
Correct.
hearing is that,
Bronx, yep.
oh, thank you. I'm hearing that some of those families are still displaced. And this
Yeah,
is what, 3 years, 4 years later. So it's insane to me in this day and age that there are so many fires to begin with, and then you can't house people for years afterwards. We have to find a better system. The back home thing that you showed a few minutes ago, it's a wonderful thing. But if
Yeah.
we don't have more landlords open to helping families and only thinking about profits, you know, or insurance is up and this is up and that's up.
Keep going. Sorry.
It's not about helping families, it's only about profits. So, you know, placing these families, I don't know how many more years people, and if you're in the shelter system, you don't always get to stay in one shelter. Sometimes you're shifted around. That really hurts people with jobs, kids, getting the kids to school. If you want to keep the kids in the same school, it's often, my godson went through that with his son, who's special
Yeah.
needs. He was in the shelter system, I think, for 2 or 3 years. And I almost wound up having to take him in because it was just getting to a point where he couldn't get his son to school. So this is just becoming a ridiculous, unnecessary issue. And we have to do more. As far as 2910 is concerned, I think the owner is still the same one. And he was listed a couple of years ago as one of the worst landlords in New York. So I don't know how anyone's going to get through
I
to
don't
him.
even, I think the issue with that one is I don't think they're gonna go back to that building, because they need to, like, the building's not even, no one's working on those apartments, they're still messed up with fire. It's like, they're the same they were the day of the fire. So they're,
2910?
yeah,
They haven't done anything.
they haven't done anything.
Then
That-
probably
no.
he's waiting on loans.
If you walk by,
stuff.
it's exactly the same. I drive by all the time. It looks
Yeah,
exact-
so To my understanding from some of the tenants, he's trying to sell the building.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay, that
something-
makes
yeah.
sense.
I've seen it like from the winter snow now.
Yeah, but-
2010, all this happened.
Oh, no, it hasn't changed. I was there yesterday.
Right? Like you drive by, it's the same.
It hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Hasn't changed.
They're not,
That's terrific. That's just terrific.
So I was told that the renovations were ongoing.
No.
I asked them to let me know.
There's a new building going up.
Yes, that's what Juanita was saying, yeah.
But the existing building that was in the fire, there's zero going on.
Correct. It looks exactly the same.
So I don't know where you're getting this. I was.
Yeah. It's the new building I'm
The
talking
new
about.
building.
The new building, I'm trying to ask them to house this
Yeah, but the other.
tenants. Okay,
But the thing is about.
that's what we're thinking.
Kay raised a good question about why there's still fires in there. It's because these buildings, the older buildings are not designed to out fires as the newer buildings are going up. Newer buildings now the code requires them to put in sprinkler systems throughout, even in the apartment units. So even in apartment units in the newer building construction in Manhattan, we have all these new buildings going up that are residential, multifamily. They're required by code to put in a fire alarm system, a smoke detection system, and sprinklers. The older buildings don't have that. So the only way to prevent these fires, because people sometimes do things that they're not supposed to do in the kitchen, whatever they're doing, whatever, or sleeping with candles.
Yeah, that, and heaters. A lot of times it's heaters. That's why, like, even though
Heaters.
I'm cold here, the heaters go off at night, and I
The
use my
heaters.
electric blanket. The electric blanket has a shut off.
Yeah, but sometimes so now when you have the electric heating system going on, it's drawing all that power. The
Mhm.
wires in that wall are not designed to take that kind of power. So
I've
they can
seen people
stop
with
it.
oven doors open. The oven's on all night. They have a pot of water in the oven and
Yeah.
stuff. And I tell people all the time, you can't
No,
do that.
it's because
can't do that.
it's a landlord issue problem.
Heat.
Tenant because of heating, tenant problem because they're not doing things safely, and then building construction problem because they don't have sprinkler systems. So until the city can fix all of those issues, you're gonna keep having those fires, like Kay said. You're gonna keep having-
Can we do some sort of tenant information thing, like the local electeds or
They've
rental
done that.
agents or something?
They've
Perhaps they
done
could do
that.
like a
They've
tenant
done-
info
they've done it
thing.
before. Do tenants show up to it? Not all of them.
Oh, wow. Or maybe include it like when they signed the original lease, you know, like a pamphlet or something.
No, like, you know,
Yeah, show up to the-
like the thing, yeah, with the window gate. You know how you have to like make sure you have the window gate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's a law.
No, I know, but like, that's what I think, maybe make it a law, like you have to know your rights, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you could.
Richard,
But still-
I was talking also about the landlords not wanting to rent to tenants, but the city is also very, very slow. I have a landlord that was still willing
Yeah.
to rent to a tenant in the shelter, and we're still waiting since January. They came, they inspect, they said only you just need to put two things. She put the two things. Another inspector came and says, oh no, I'm a brand new inspector. Now you gotta do four things. She did the four things. And from January, those tenants and the children are still in the shelter.
What, do you know what department that is?
DHS.
DHS.
So
And-
Rich, I just wrote a little note down in the future to invite DHS
Okay,
to one of our meetings.
we can have them for May. We can have them for May.
Please.
All right. Let's have them for
Okay.
May. All right, let's do May. Have them and HPD talk about the stuff. Okay. Good. All right, let's put it in that one.
Thank you
Roxanne,
so much, guys. Thank
Yep.
you.
Go, what?
Thank you.
Roxanne, you have to unmute.
Yeah, I can't unmute you today.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, did this committee meeting read the letter regarding 626 Pelham Parkway South that was sent on April 10th by the current councilwoman for District 13?
We did receive it. Everyone got it, right? You guys got it?
But did you read it out loud or it was not discussed, this letter?
It wasn't discussed. I'm not reading it out loud. I mean, I
Alright,
could
so-
read it. I could read it out loud, but I mean, there's,
Yeah, I
That's the letter we got today?
yeah, no, it came, we got it,
April 10th on
April
Friday.
yeah, April 10th. So you know what? Yeah, since we have quorum, let's do this. Give me one
I
second.
found mine to read, you know.
I wish you, I'm gonna read it right now. Okay. For the record,
So-
So- I'm gonna.
Sorry,
Shir-
go ahead, please.
Yeah, Shirley Abigail wrote this. This is April 10th to the CEO Muzi Rosenblatt, CEO and President of BRC, Barry's Residence Committee. Dear Mr. Rosenblatt, I am writing regarding the proposed development at 626 Pelham Parkway South. I appreciate the efforts being made to expand access to affordable and supportive housing, and I recognize the importance of these investments in addressing the city's ongoing housing challenges. At the same time, I would like to respectfully raise concerns about the current design of the project, particularly as it relates to the composition of residential units and the overall living experience for future residents. First, I am concerned about the unit type currently planned for the building. As I understand it, the proposal consists of micro or SRO units. While these units can serve an important purpose, I believe the development would benefit from a more balanced mix that includes a greater number of large studios and one-bedroom apartments. Introducing the diversity would better accommodate a wider range of resident needs and promote long-term housing stability. Additionally, increasing the size and variety of units could help alleviate potential strain on shared spaces within the building, particularly the communal cooking and living areas. A broader unit mix would allow more residents to comfortably meet their daily needs within their own homes. Relatedly, I would strongly encourage the inclusion of more robust in-unit cooking equipment. Providing residents with the ability to prepare meals within their own apartments is an important component of independent living and dignity. Expanding these features would help ensure that the development is truly a home and not an institution or a collection of dorm rooms. It goes on.
Who wrote that?
The city council, Shirley Abigail, our new, yeah. I believe these adjustments would enhance the overall quality of life for residents and the neighboring community, while also aligning with best practices in supportive housing. I would like the opportunity to discuss these concerns further and explore potential modifications to the project. To that end, I respectfully request a follow-up meeting with BRC and representatives from your agency at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your time and consideration. I look forward to continuing this dialogue. Shirley Abigail, Council Member, District 13. So, everyone, that was our council person, wrote the letter to BRC. I applaud her for doing that. Go ahead, Roxanne.
First, I'd like to thank you for reading that letter because I think there were certain members that were not aware of this letter, but thank you for reading it. So we had a rally at City Hall, and our main message was livable apartments, livable communities. And I concur with that letter because in order to benefit not just the community, but the future resident that will be residing at this facility or at this proposed SRO, anyone that advocates for homeless people, they should not be against providing them with bigger spaces and livable apartments. So anyone who's saying, what about the homeless? Well, if you care about homeless people or unhoused people or formerly unhoused people, you would not be against this letter providing with more ample space because most of those people who are unhoused are either unhoused due to issues or develop issues being unhoused. They're going to have to rebuild their lives and they're not going to be able to do so in a room. A room is not permanent, even though they said they'll get a lease and the key. A room is not permanent. They need a living apartment size where they could rebuild their lives, whatever direction they want to go. That's their decision. But we have to set them up for success. This SRO is already set up for failure. Am I expert? No, I'm speaking based on actual previous SROs where you see how they are built and how they residents live and how it impacts the community negatively. So all I'm asking, because you have many residents who actually live feet away from this location, 626 Pelham Parkway South, who voiced their concerns, who asked this board to stand with them. And I'm asking you, and there was recently another group, Association, Pelham Parkway Association, that made an official announcement at the meeting this week where they also said they were against this proposed SROs. So we have many residents, community groups like myself, and now we would like our councilwoman, we want we're stronger when we have one voice. I'm asking this board now again, and my final ask, I'm not going to spend all my time, limit time and resources to come to a meeting to ask the same thing again and again and again. This is my last request. The board to sign on to this letter and say that the board, you don't even have to write a letter, that the community board concurs with our councilwoman with these concerns and would like them to be addressed, period. Will you please do that?
I will, you know what, I'll do you a favor. I will bring this up, I will try to bring this up for a vote next Thursday to add our name to this letter. How about that?
Oh, so do you have a quorum now?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think we're ready for that. Do you guys?
No, we're not.
But
We're
the
not
letter
ready.
was sent on April 10th, Friday, last Friday.
Yeah, I know when it was sent, but I mean, I would rather, so it'd be easier for us to talk about this next Thursday at the full board, so I could get everyone to sign on then.
Okay, can you please ask people to read the letter in advance? Because it
No,
seems
everyone
like,
got it. But I will send an email on top of this email to everyone to make sure they read it before I motion to vote next Thursday.
because it never seems like a large number of the board are ever prepared before some of them don't even look at the
It's fine.
agenda. They're asking,
Yeah,
what's
no,
this,
and
what's
so
that, what's there?
Hello.
yeah, no,
It's
so
unbelievable.
I will ask folks to read it and I will motion to vote. I can't guarantee it passes or not. That's a whole different story, but I will bring it up for a vote. All right?
All right, and I hope this, read the letter from the council and not add any, ad lib, like why we should be against something like this one. The
Whatever letter
councilman is
says.
standing firm with this, so is the community.
It will
So
be
why is it, I'll make this quick, but it doesn't look well on this board that it continues not to align with itself with the community that it's supposed to service. And it's not my opinion. People who left your meeting last month were very disgusted. They said you were one-sided. You seemed like you were tone deaf to their concerns. So this is what you have to decide. What board do you want to be? The board that does whatever they want, or the board that adheres to what the community wants and needs? I thank you and have a good night.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Diana Finch.
Everyone, I just wanted to give you a little report on the Pinnacle situation. I don't know how many of you are familiar with, that's the big
Yeah.
landlord, owns like 200 buildings throughout New York City, except not in Staten Island.
Yes.
Put 93 of them into a bankruptcy auction,
Mhm.
which then Mayor Mamdani brought the city in to object to some of the conditions of the auction, and was able to get the new buyer to commit to millions of dollars over a set period of time to repairs in the Pinnacle buildings.
Yes.
So it went through. There are also Pinnacle buildings. There are 3 large ones in CB11 that are owned by Pinnacle, but were not part of the bankruptcy. And those have similar issues with maintenance and repairs going undone and very sloppy maintenance. So we all joined with the bankruptcy buildings. There's a citywide union of Pinnacle tenants that's met several times with representatives from HPD, the commissioners, DOB, and the new mayor's office to protect tenants. And the union of Pinnacle tenants and the mayor's office to protect tenants is very encouraging of tenant associations and tenant unions within individual buildings. So there's a lot of activity starting up around that. And I happen to live in one of the Pinnacle buildings that's not part of the bankruptcy, but did default on its $30 million mortgage, and got a renegotiation, brought in Freddie Mac to take over part of the mortgage. But now we're in the transition period from Pinnacle to Summit for the bankruptcy buildings. And it's such a huge endeavor that Summit, the new owner, has hired a consulting company called Strata
Okay.
to just help them through this whole transition period, because it appears that some of the Pinnacle records are missing.
Boy.
They don't know what rents the tenant should be charged.
Oh my God.
And they have to shift to new management companies. That was part of the bankruptcy deal, kind of forced by the mayor. So it then emerged that Pinnacle's losing so many buildings that their old management company can't handle the old buildings because they've laid off so much staff, and their management companies had been handling a mix of bankruptcy buildings and non-bankruptcy buildings. So all the non-bankruptcy buildings were all now kind of in the air, because it's not until May 1st that they're going to announce who our new management is.
Huh.
So it's just very interesting to see all this happening. And meanwhile, the bankruptcy buildings were able to make an arrangement with HPD to fast track inspections
Okay,
because the $33 million that the new owner Summit had pledged was only for violations that had been inspected and confirmed by HPD up to the point of the closing.
so that 33 million just going for repairs?
Yes,
Holy
over
cow.
93 buildings.
Jesus Christ.
And I think it's the worst level, the
That's
sea
insane.
level repairs. Um,
Wow.
So HPD worked with another outfit called Just Fix It, and they
Okay.
actually prioritized inspections for the bankruptcy buildings. They really came through. It was really pretty impressive to see. And this is all taking place against the background of the mayor wanting to reform and upgrade HPD because there's all these issues with people make 311 complaints and then the HPD inspector, you don't know when they're going to come. They come, you're not home. You have to start over again from scratch. So the reform is underway, and Mamdani is going to have, he had his rental ripoff hearings,
Yes.
one in each borough, and where people got to talk one-on-one with top level management in HPD, DOB, sometimes with the mayor himself. And on the basis of all that feedback, he's issuing a report and then a plan for the reforms he'll do, and that will come by the summer.
Okay.
And then on April 22nd, the mayor's office is holding a tenant town hall,
Okay.
which I think might be to
Okay.
issue the first report on the feedback from everything that they heard at the rental ripoff hearings.
Okay.
So
I'm
it's a
gonna put
very
that-
interesting time, and we're all learning so much about
Yeah.
bankruptcy law, about how DOB works, about how HPD works, about
You're
what the
becoming
mayor
a
can
subject
do.
matter, you're becoming a subject matter expert, Diane.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, so April 22nd, NYC. All right. I'll have Jeremy send this out and just post it everywhere for the community. But that's a really
Yeah,
good thing to try.
the tenant town hall is going to be something you could attend in person, and you
Okay.
can also watch it online.
Oh, great. Okay, good.
Yeah.
What Tuesday is that?
April 22nd.
April 22nd.
It's on, I don't know, maybe downtown, but I'll find it and we'll send it around.
It's somewhere in East Harlem.
Okay.
I would like to attend.
Yeah. Let me see
Yeah.
if I find it. Okay, that's really good. Interesting. Okay, town hall.
Yeah, I think it's all very interesting. We'll see what comes of it. And
Oh.
many buildings now are
Right here.
deciding that they want to form tenant associations. A lot of them are starting from scratch. We're reviving one that went dormant during COVID.
Yeah.
And Hazel knows a lot about all of this too, because she was very involved with a Pinnacle lawsuit back in the early 2000s when they first acquired buildings in CB11,
Yeah.
and she won
Okay.
concessions. Yeah. So
Okay. Good to know. Well, we'll have this sent around for the April 22nd. That's really good information. Thank you, Diana.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Mr. Press, you're the last but not least.
Yes, I would suggest that Ms. Finch talk to her council member Oswald Felice. I
We've
know
done that
Oswald's-
already. We've done that. Don't
Can
worry.
I not be interrupted, please?
One at a time, guys. We're having fun. Let's not ruin it. Come on. Go ahead,
No,
Mr.
I'm not going to need the 5 minutes that,
I know, it's fine. No one's we're free. There's no
But,
time limits today, guys. Let's
Oswald personally, he's a tenant lawyer. I saw him in action in a building on Webster Avenue, which is, I believe, in the 78th Assembly District where Ms. Finch lives.
Yeah.
So, he's a good person on tenant issues.
Yep.
The City of Yes, as you know, I was on the City of Yes committee, special committee, and I was getting information from the the Department of Planning, because I'm in the media and I was passing that on to our chair of the committee back then. The city of Yes is in effect. Buildings can go almost as high as they want. And one more question for you.
Yep.
Whatever happened to this board's executive board? Because you're now just having leadership committee meetings, and you're the chair. You know, you run the leadership committee meeting. Every other community board has only an executive board, which is made up of the officers and the committee chairs. Can you talk to the chair of the board on that to, make your leadership committee an executive board?
So that's a really good question. Thank you for bringing that up. We decided to just have the leadership meeting instead of the executive meeting. I think it was more for time's sake, but I'll be transparent with you, Mr. Press. I agree with you. So I think when we do get the new treasurer and the new secretary, I believe Hazel's not, I'm not sure, let me not quote there. We're gonna get a new board. Once we get a new executive board, the executive board meetings will come back. But we were putting the executive board meetings and leadership meetings together. That was the
Well-
idea. I don't think that was working out well, in my opinion.
The other thing is you're a committee of 6 and only 3 of you are there. Absence has been a big problem on this community board.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I
Okay.
know. Ken Gilnick never shows up.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
it. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, thank you, Press. All right. That's it. So I got no old business, new business motions. We don't have any, right?
No.
We're good. Okay, I'm a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, all in favor? All right, okay, the meeting adjourned at 8:08 PM. It is Thursday, April 16th. Have a good night. See you next
Thank
time.
you. Good
Good night.
night.
Hey, guys. Bye. Bye. Thanks.